What's good with y'all, man? It's your boy AP. I'm back with another video. I'm just chilling outside. I'm really trying to get back into nature and stuff. I'm trying to get back on my spiritual grind. So like, I've just been trying to be outside as much as I can in peace and quiet. But I just started doing jujitsu, so I wanted to let you guys know a few things that maybe like they don't tell you, or some common misconceptions about jiu-jitsu, like for beginners and stuff, because I'm just trying to tell y'all the real, this real nigga MMA. I'm trying to keep it real for y'all, you know what I'm saying? That's just how it goes. Most people, they don't keep it real with you. So I'm gonna let y'all know some things that that I've seen. I've taken 3 classes so far. Yesterday I did 2 in one day, but I'm gonna just let y'all know some things that I've noticed, and some things that they might not tell you if you were thinking about it, or some things that might be common misconceptions. The first thing, oh, and I got a list here so I don't forget, and also I like to ramble. So the first thing, hygiene. I mean, you can pretty much, they say it a lot, you know what I'm saying, on the videos and stuff, but they don't really tell you when you walk into the gym, like, about anything, you know what I'm saying? They just tell you, hey, you need a gi and sign up or whatever. So hygiene is really important. I mean, it's obvious. You're rolling around with a bunch of people, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna have people on top of you. You're gonna be on top of them. Y'all gonna be in close like quarters with each other, you know what I'm saying? So you just want to make sure that you keep everything clean. I put that as number 1 because I feel like it's more well known. But you want to make sure that you bathe, make sure you wash your gi, make sure you brush your teeth or chew some gum or something like that. Make sure you're clean. You don't want to be a motherfucker that everybody's talking about secretly behind your back because you stink. Second, let me check. Okay, it's more difficult than it looks, but it's not the way people like made it seem, right? Like it's really what's the word I'm looking for? Like it's a tedious, like a tedious process. That's the word. But so yeah, like each move you have to do it right. You know what I'm saying? Like you practice these moves or whatever, and you have to make sure you practice them right, because if you don't, you're just gonna look stupid. I didn't realize this until I went, you know what I'm saying, and or whatever. But yeah, it's a really tedious process. So like if you're thinking about going, and you really want to improve, or if you're thinking about going for just a hobby, it's cool if you want to go like 1 time a week, 2 times a week. But if you really want to improve and like fight, or compete in jiu-jitsu or whatever, then you're gonna have to go probably 3-4 times a week, maybe, you know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people, like it's really tedious. That's why I went 2 times yesterday, because the first day it was kind of like, I wasn't embarrassed because I don't really get embarrassed, but I was the only person in there that was like my first day. And so like I got caught up on warm-ups. We trying to like scoot in the middle, like scoot down and fall and all this other stuff, and like I wasn't doing it right, and I couldn't even get all the way down the damn mat to do the warm-up without like him having to show, the instructor having to show me how to do it. And I looked stupid, I know I did. So it's one of those things like, if if you don't want to go in there and feel like that, then you probably should look up some at-home jiu-jitsu workouts and try to do them, you know what I'm saying? Try to do them right and try to get them down, because that's probably going to be your warm-ups. Those little scooches and falls and little rolls and stuff like that, you might want to practice that. I mean, you don't got to, you'll learn it. They're not going to laugh at you or nothing if you don't like know how to do it, but it's just one of those things. The next 2, I'm going to talk about some misconceptions, okay? Because these are like some things that you hear a lot in the jiu-jitsu community. Number 1 is going to be spazzy white belts, okay? Now, the term, I understand what they're talking about, is like somebody that doesn't know what they're doing and they're trying to do it at full force, full blast. It can be dangerous, right? And it can, especially if there's 2 people that have no idea what they're doing and they're doing it to each other, trying to choke each other. Like, it can be dangerous. However, I feel like when they talk about that a lot, it makes people go in there and try to be like really gentle, or like really like composed, and sometimes that can mess you up when you're learning a technique, because you're not supposed to be gentle with these people. Like, you're not supposed to hurt them, but you got to be a little, you have to, when you grab somebody, you got to grab them, you know what I'm saying? In a competition or in the real world, nobody's just going to let you do what they're not going to let you turn them over on their back and choke them. You're going to have to make them go, so it's one of those things, like, you don't want to be spazzy, but don't be afraid to you know what I'm saying, like get nitty and gritty, you know what I'm saying? Like, don't try to hurt somebody, and don't go too fast if you don't know. Practice slow, but practice right. If you do it right and you actually, you know, you're gonna want to put your weight on people and stuff like that, if you actually practice it right, then you'll be able to successfully do the thing that you're trying to do without hurting someone. But don't let the spazzy white belt thing make you go in there and be cautious or afraid that you're going to hurt someone and like not perform, because you're not going to learn that way. It's going to take you a lot longer. So that's something that I had to learn with these past 3 classes, and it really only takes 3 to learn, like, you know, to learn about this stuff. The second one, well, I mean, I guess it's the 4th one, but the last one that I'm going to talk about is another misconception. It's about big guys and using your strength. You might hear a lot of people say, don't use your strength in jiu-jitsu, it's not going to work, it's going to tire you out, or it's going to put you in a bad spot. That's not, it's true, but it's not true. So like, if you don't know what you're doing and you go in there and you just try to manhandle somebody and they know what they're doing, they're going to be able to manipulate your weight and put you where they want to put you. But the thing is, if you go, and same thing with big guys, like if you're a big guy, you know, and you go in there and you're a white belt and you're rolling with a guy who's half your size and he's a purple belt. If you try to just use your strength and you don't know what to do, he's probably going to choke you out. But the thing is the same thing with the spazzy white belt. With that misconception makes people like me, I'm a pretty big guy, right? I'm like 6'3", probably like 205 right now. But like me, I had to learn yesterday. I was going with another big guy, and he was like telling me like, hey, like none of these moves that you're doing are working because you're not putting your weight down on me. And so I'm sitting here trying to figure out how I'm supposed to make myself like do that. Like I physically couldn't do it because I don't know if it was some kind of blockage or if I just didn't know how, or if I was like scared or whatever. But like at first I just didn't want to hurt anybody, you know what I'm saying? But then I had to realize like you're not going to hurt anybody if you're doing the moves right, but you have to use your weight and you have to learn how to distribute your weight properly. That's another thing that they don't tell you, is you're going to have to learn, either try to learn before, or you're going to have to learn by going, is how to distribute your weight properly, because I was having trouble with that last night, you know what I'm saying? I really was. The morning class, it was pretty good, it was pretty chill, but last night's class, it was like we was hitting it, you know what I'm saying? I was drenched, I was tired, sweaty. Those are pretty much the only things that I could think of that I just wanted to make a video for people that might be getting into it or trying to get into MMA or something like that. Because like I've watched a lot of YouTube videos and stuff, and I hear a lot of people talk about these things, and I feel like some of the things that they were talking about kind of set me back, for like, as in my mindset. Like it had my mindset like, okay, don't be too spazzy, don't try to use your strength, you don't want to hurt nobody, this and that. And it kind of messed me up my first class, and then last class I had to learn it kind of the hard way, you know, because we did some live drills or whatever, and I was getting mauled, you know, so it was one of those things. But I kind of enjoy it. I mean, it's fun. I really like striking more, but I know that if I want to go pro in MMA or even fight MMA at all, then I'm gonna have to learn how. I want to try wrestling and all that shit too, but that's gonna come soon. Judo and wrestling and all that. But yeah, those are those things. It's really fun. I'm sure whenever I start getting better, I'll start to like it more or whatever, but it's just like really uncomfortable for me right now because my body's not used to it and all that. Also, I'm really sore, so I'm taking the day off. I'm hitting Muay Thai in the morning. I might do another jiu-jitsu class tomorrow too, I don't know. But we're gonna get the grind. Some more videos coming on the way, training videos, because I'm gonna try to get me a fight sometime by the end of this year, and then next year we're gonna hit it hard with the fighting. I'm gonna fight at least 4 times next year, and then hopefully by the year after that I can be doing pros and all that. But y'all gonna be along for the grind with me. I'm gonna be posting a lot more every single day, so y'all just hit the like, the subscribe, post notifications, and I'll see y'all niggas later.